So here we have our trig function, or sorry, here we have our problem. And so the first thing is we identify our angle of reference, and the side across from it is the opposite side. The hypotenuse is never going to change, it's always going to be your longest side, and your adjacent is the one that's next to it. I'm going to circle what I want, and I'm going to circle what I have. And I'm trying to figure out which trig function has both adjacent and hypotenuse. For me, that function is cosine. So here I have cosine of theta, which is your angle of reference, is equal to your adjacent over your hypotenuse. And so that's a function that I'm going to use. So we have cosine of 37 degrees is equal to 48 over x. Now here, because x is in the denominator, then I'm going to take these two functions, or I'm going to take the function of cosine of 30x, and I'm going to basically switch them so that I end up with x equals 48 over cosine of 37. And so that's exactly what I'm going to put into my calculator. Now, two calculators, if I put decimals, let's remember that's 48 over cosine of 37. I'm going to put 48 I'm going to put 48 divided by cosine of 37. And that gives me an answer of 60 we'll go with 60.1. So here I get x equals 60.1. That's my answer. Now, again, if we did not have our decimals calculator, we can always use the calculator that's provided in the computer. We got to make sure that we are in scientific mode. And remember, this one works a little bit backwards, right? So here we put 48 divided by, now we have to put this whole bottom thing in parentheses if we're going to use our calculator from the computer, right? So we're going to put parentheses, and now I'm going to start with the angle of reference, which is 37, and I want the cosine of that, and I'm going to close my parentheses, and I'm going to hit enter. And if you notice, I also get 60.10 or 60.1.